What's up, everyone? I am Ernest Dove of the Dove Report. Let's talk pitching. Obviously, the trade deadline. We continue to anxiously await who the Mets are going to sell, which, again, a couple of the bats maybe here and there, the hottest of hot Tyrone Taylors, but for the most part, let's talk pitching. As they sell as much pitching as possible, it got me thinking tonight during Zach Thornton's outing. Looks like he struggled a little bit. Not a lot of great defense behind him, of course. But it brought up the stuff that I talked about online. Zach Thornton, as well as Christian Scott, by the way, are they on innings caps? It's something I mentioned online. I believe even the manager now has already mentioned it as well. What do they do? Who are the backup plans for the rest of the season? Because you still have to play out the year, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to get into some of the players, some of the top prospects, ranked prospects, and even my guy, even online, Andrew Sodergren, he even mentioned something. I think it's an interesting idea. Will the Mets do it? Will they technically be a small buyer during the deadline for a very particular reason? But let me get into it again. Zach Thornton, he's already at his pro-career season-high innings total already. Because, again, even as a guy from college, the last time he threw this many innings was in college. He's battled some minor injuries now in pro ball. He's obviously certainly healthy this year. How much longer can he go? And then you have Christian Scott obviously coming back from surgery. You've got the two of them now in the steady rotation with Nolan McLean, who's technically on his last legs of sorts under the rookie status. But again, he's still a young player, still first time being a full-time pitcher. You've got three guys in the rotation for the rest of the year. How much longer can they even go at this pace? Who can we kind of bring in? Well, Sean Manaea, for better or worse, he's getting a little better. You can hopefully count on him for the rest of the season because you're assuming they're not going to be selling Manaea at this deadline. What else can they do? Well, from the reliever side, I've been talking about it a lot online. Even if they do get rid of now Minter, if they also get rid of Raley, I've talked about Brazoban and even Weaver for the right price as controllable arms. Now, from the reliever side, the one prospect you have to finally mention would be Dylan Ross. Now, if it was up to me, maybe the Mets should go ahead and wait until September call-ups because Dylan Ross, remember, he's actually on the 40-man. Maybe you wait until September. My thought, my process, September, go ahead and call up Nick Morabito and Dylan Ross in September. But post-trade deadline, how are the Mets going to make it from August to September pitching-wise? A little bit of the older guys. Dedniel Nunez, one of my favorites, an 80-grade human being. Another guy, of course, coming back from surgery. He is pitching okay. He's had a bit of command issues lately, but when the time comes, he can give him a shot, as well as the lefty Nate Lavender, who's also coming off a couple of surgeries in his past couple of years. What does that also say from the reliever side to end the Mets season? Lavender and Nunez, you probably can't count on either one to pitch on back-to-back days. Got to maybe keep that in mind. One guy who pitched today to eat some innings, Jonathan Pintaro. Do you kind of stretch him out? Maybe get him to 3, 4, 5 innings, an outing to the end of the year. Because again, or do you go low A ball situation, rookie ball level? Do you guys think it would be crazy if the Mets started piggybacking 1, 2, or even 3 of the young rotation arms? Do you have a guy like Pintaro, our guy Kodai Senga? Do you bring up Jonah Tong post August deadline? Do you bring him up and have those 3 guys piggyback even McLean and then Thornton and Scott? Is that interesting? Is that weird? The one thing Andrew brought up online that's pretty interesting, what if during this deadline the Mets do one of those player to be named laters or cast considerations? Maybe they acquire a rental kind of starting pitcher veteran out there from a team who's not going to make it and he eats innings. Do you just want to go ahead and acquire a guy like that? Again, this is the Mets, everybody. They've been calling up guys all season long using the 13th spot in their kind of pitching roster to just funnel in guys between DFA, options, DFA, everything. Or do you bring up a guy like Tom? Do you still kind of reward a Jack Wenninger despite an up and down season where his command has not looked good overall and his fastball velocity has been down this year? Do you still reward a young, talented pitcher like that as well to join a late August, September rotation? I wanted to know your guys' thoughts on this. The guys and the pitchers and everything that I'm mentioning, are those the guys that you want to see? I know a lot of fans out there, they want everybody pushed. They want Thornton, Scott, everyone throwing 110 pitches because they're young. We have to face the reality even of today's baseball especially. What are your guys' thoughts, even with Andrew's thoughts? Do you think somewhere in the deadline, maybe flip a couple of prospects, maybe some lottery tickets or low minors guys or cash considerations? Do you acquire a veteran to just eat innings to get them through the season? How much more should we push the young guys? Let me know in the comments. Thank you, as always, for watching.